Hi everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, and in this video you tuned into our Day 1 Aintree Grand National Festival video, where over the next 3 days we'll be covering every single race which is coming up at Aintree. It's always a really good meeting. We see a lot of the old titans from the Cheltenham Festival come back to repose each other, and from a punting perspective it's one, for me anyway, that I've done quite well in the last couple of years. You might have been a follower of me for the past 2 years, and if you have, you might remember that we've had some decent winners along the way, and hopefully we can continue that this year. And the action starts tomorrow at 1:45 in quite a good competitive race, and we'll get straight into the action. And the horse that I'm going to be tipping here is a horse called Bag's Groove, which is currently 9-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Harry Fry, and Sean Byrne is booked for the ride. Now obviously Noel has retired, Noel Feely that is, so Sean Byrne is going to be riding for Harry Fry tomorrow. Now obviously Le Bagois is the favourite in this race and probably does deserve to be, but I would like to take her on, really. I think that this time of year she doesn't tend to do her career best runs in April. She hasn't got a particularly strong record, and I just think that could definitely go against her. It is good that they did miss Cheltenham, because probably coming in fresh here would definitely suit her. She does go well on flat tracks, but I'm just concerned about her form at this time of year, and I just wonder if she might have had a bit of a hard season. But she does have the best form on offer and is the worthy favourite. But some of the other horses as well, Kalashnikov and Glenforsa, they've still got question marks over themselves, and I thought Bag's Groove could be quite a solid option here at the prices. Could be a good each way bet to get things rolling. I thought he was a big price at 9-1. He won at Kempton last time quite well, battling back to beat a nice horse of Charlie Longston's, which is a good progressive mare. And that form has been boosted recently with Secret Investor winning very easily at Wincanton, even though he didn't jump very well, and even though it's probably one of the worst jumping performances I've ever seen from a winner. It's still got to be taken seriously, that bit of form. His run at Kempton a couple of starts ago, when he finished 5th behind Le Bagois, can be scratched out. I think he wasn't suited by the 3 miles that day. Going over 2.5 tomorrow I think will definitely suit him on a track where he's won out before. He won a hurdle race on his only start at Aintree back in 2017. I think going this way around on a flat track, he's been primed and ready for this race for quite a while, and he's going to be coming off here after not a bad race preparation. And I think some of the other horses might just be a little bit too tired from some of the campaigns that they've had so far. So for me, I thought 9-1, that wasn't a bad price there. We're then going to go to the 220, which is the next race on the card for the juveniles. Now obviously it could be quite an interesting clash here between Pentland Hills, Fakir du Dairies, and also as well Band of Outlaws. But I want to take on Band of Outlaws because really Fred Winter horses actually they don't really go on to achieve much, and they've got quite disappointing records. Flying Tiger was a previous winner of the race. Also as well, you had last year's winner not really come out and do much. The Gordon Elliott horse, Veneer of Charm, won it last year. He hasn't really done anything. Also as well, Diego Charmel has been not a bad winner of the Fred Winter, but he hasn't always done it. And I just think that Pentland Hills has just got better and better with every run. His win in the Triumph Hurdle was a very good run when he nearly shipped off Nico de Boinville at the first hurdle, and as the race kind of went through the gears, so did he, and he really liked travelling into the race, and he was winning going away in the end very nicely. And I think that long straight at Aintree could definitely help him tomorrow. That will suit him, and I think he could definitely go well in this race. Nicky Henderson as well has got a fantastic record in the race. He won it last year with We Have a Dream, who unfortunately is no longer with us now. Nicky Henderson confirmed that he passed away about a week ago because he sustained an injury that was unfortunately fatal, so that's disappointing there. But Pentland Hills is got quite a lot going for him, I think, tomorrow. And I think at the prices, I thought 2-1, that was a fair price there, and he would probably be where my money would be going tomorrow if I was having a bet in this race. We then go to the 250, to the Aintree Bowl, a race that's done me not too badly in the last couple of years, because both the tips that I've given have won in this race, and that was T for 2 back in 2017. I backed him at 10-1 and put him up on here. Was one of the first big winners we ever had on my YouTube channel, and also as well I tipped Might Bite last year, so hopefully we can make it a hat-trick of winning tips in this race since we've been doing this channel. And the horse that I'm going for tomorrow in this race is Bristol De Mai. He's 7-2 bookmakers at the moment, trained by Nigel Twiston-Davies, who's had a good day today. He had 2 winners at market raising. Daryl Jacob is booked for the ride, the retained rider of the owners, which is Simon Munir and Isaac Swade. Now, Bristol De Mai ran a cracking race last time to finish 3rd in the Cheltenham Gold Cup, and I think since he had that wind up at the beginning of last year, he's been a different horse. And he ran well in this race last year when he finished in 2nd place behind Mike Bite. I think going this way round and on a flat track can definitely see him into good effect. And I think he's got a bit more stamina than the likes of Kenboy, and also as well Clan de Zobo, and that could definitely help him. And again, it's a long straight at Aintree, and even though Clan de Zobo is a very good traveller, I'm just not convinced that he finds much for speed. And you got to remember that Bristol De Mai did have him in his back pocket when they ran at Haydock, which isn't too much of a dissimilar track to Aintree. So I just thought tomorrow at the prices at 7-2, I think Bristol De Mai can go really well. So that's going to be my tip tomorrow, and I think he's the value of the market leaders at the race, and I think he's a bit more of a different horse now, and I am expecting a good run from him tomorrow. So hopefully he can make it 3rd time lucky in the race for us. We then go on the next race on the card, the 3:25 for the Aintree Hurdle. Now, Bouvier, obviously, he is more probably the class act, and he could have won that champion hurdle if he hadn't fallen, but his jumping has been a bit suspect in his more recent starts. He's been jumping very low at his hurdles, even though it's very effective. It only takes one mistake and he could either fall or make a blunder that could definitely unsuit him. And I think really he's better over 2 miles personally, and that's why I'm going to be going with Supasundae